Okay, next portion of your review is all about area. So remember, your area formula is pi r squared. Your r is your radius. So you'll have different types of area problems. So one of them is giving you an inscribed rectangle like this, where they gave you the length and the width, but they did not give you the diagonal across. So we're going to need that diagonal in order to find the area. So what I have to do is first find that diagonal. So in order to do that, I have to use my Pythagorean theorem. So to find my line through the center, I'm going to do 6 squared plus 8 squared equals c squared. 6 squared is 36. 8 squared is 64. I add those two together and I get 100. Okay, to go from c squared to just c, I take the square root. So my c, which is my diagonal, and my diameter is 10. So if my diameter is 10, okay, then I need to find my area. So I take my area, formula area equals pi r squared. Now I need the radius, I don't need the diameter. So I'm going to take my diameter and divide it by 2 to get my radius. So I take 10 divided by 2, and that gives me 5. So I put that into my area formula, pi times 5 squared. 5 squared is 25, so 25 pi is my area. Now this other one is the same type, okay? It's just giving me a square on the inside instead of a rectangle. So I'm going to take my square. We know that both sides are 7, okay, because they gave us those little markings. We're going to do Pythagorean theorem again. So 7 squared plus 7 squared equals c squared. 7 squared plus 7 squared is 49 plus 49 equals my c squared. And when I add those two together, I get 98. Okay, well, when I go from c squared to c, I have to square root. Well, when I take the square root of 98, it's not exactly perfect, okay? It's a little less than 10 because 10 squared is 100. So when I take the square root of 98, I get 9.89. Okay, and that's my C. Now I can use that in order to find my area. Now I only need half of that for my radius. So I take my 9.89, I divide by 2, and I get 4.9. Now I'm going to put that in my area formula. So area equals pi r squared. My r is 4.9. Okay, so 4.9 squared gives me 24.01 pi. Okay, and this formula is just to kind of remind you that it's not always going to end up being perfect, and that's okay.